Appreciate these guys. You guys know who these guys are. SDI, appreciate them. And also, appreciate these guys. Federal Premium. So, that was kind of cool. That was a lot of fun. It makes that a lot easier. There you go. And there you go. So, all right, I like that.
Welcome to Gun Culture Radio. I'm your host, Patrick. Oh, I'm not the host. Let's take two. Welcome to Gun Culture Radio. I'm Patrick on the ones and twos. That's me right there. But you got John and Derrick. You're real hosts. And let's give it to those guys. How you guys feeling?
Not too bad. Happy to be here, by God. Yeah.
Thanks, Patrick.
All right.
That brings me to an interesting point. Yeah, so I've been talking about this, with everybody for a long time about how it's been hard for me to get the podcast done or at least edited, especially where I started doing comedy. I'm busy most nights of the week and just had a new baby and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So it's been really hard for me to edit the podcast. So I've been on the search for a long time for a way to set it up so that I don't have to edit them anymore. They just live to tape, and I just put it out like basically, when we get done with it, essentially, so that we're not like talking about something that happened, a year ago.
That's right. Yeah, that thing about that Titanic. Make sure everything we talk about is up to date. Yeah.
Yeah, at least to some extent.
For the most part. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got Patrick Devine back here on the ones and twos. You guys heard earlier. That's just,
not my real name.
That's my alias. That's my name. That's my government name.
Yeah.
So.
I'll say his real name because he's a comedian. So
okay.
People can book him based off of that voice. Right
Book me, guys. What do you think about banana hammocks?
That's actually his real voice. That's what
That's right. That's right, Mario.
Yeah, you can't hang out with him for too long. It just gets old. For a little bit, it's fun.
But for 15 minutes on stage, dude, book this guy.
I'm in the room, guys. I can hear what you're saying.
That's right.
But Patrick, thanks, man. Thanks for running the show back there. You guys, if you don't know who he is,
no problem.
That's his character he's working on out there.
Yeah.
But you guys have probably seen him on which comedianship Machine Guns show were you on? You're on the Monty Mitchell one.
Yeah.
And the Jared Harris one, right?
You got it.
Those two?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he was on both of those. So some people.
Comedians with machine guns?
Yeah, it's a show I did. I've been doing it a little while. It hasn't done all that well, so I just do it.
Okay. Machine gun. Okay.
He likes it. It doesn't do well.
You don't know unless you try. You don't know unless you try.
But basically, I'll take like a comedian, and we go to a place called Royal Range.
Yeah.
In Bellevue. You been out there?
I've heard of it. Never been out there yet.
It's a cool place. So we go out there, and we basically shoot a machine gun and talk about it and stuff.
Way to pass the time. Yeah. It's
fun.
It's a slow afternoon.
It's a fun show. Well, that's one thing I'll talk about is one of the things that people give me a hard time about on that show is the safety sometimes. And like, here's the thing. So, when it comes to obviously gun safety is the most important part of shooting, because if you're not being safe, you shouldn't have a gun.
Yes,
in your hands
absolutely not.
But there's definitely different levels of gun safety, right?
Yes.
There's like the levels of gun safety that if you break those, you're going to get yourself hurt, somebody else hurt.
Yes.
And then there's also the level where it's like you should do that. And it's kind of like, for example, with these comedians, they never shot guns before. Most of them. Some of them had like once or twice or something like that. They didn't have a lot of experience. So we're in an indoor range, totally controlled environment, and the big thing that I tried to impress upon them was that make sure that this gun is always pointed in a safe direction.
Yes.
Now the trigger discipline part, they didn't exactly get right. There was some of them have their finger on the trigger a few times and things like that. But as long as the barrel is pointed in a direction to the point where, like, if that gun went off, no one's going to get hurt. Like, that's the most important thing.
Yeah, it's called muzzle awareness. Yes.
Right. That's the most important thing. Trigger discipline is very important. It's a very important thing. And in the future, I'm going to try to, like, make a bigger deal out of that. But the thing that I've kind of thought is, like, these people are new to guns. I don't want to, like, turn them away from guns right away.
Yeah, you don't want to come across as too heavy-handed. Safety is important.
Right.
But it's not going to be fun unless it's safe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I tried to find, like, a balance there of not just getting on their case too much.
They'll learn. Again, if you just teach them to keep their finger off that trigger unless they're ready to shoot, you're halfway there.
Yeah, so that's something I definitely want to do better on that show. But it's also hard. It's like you're trying to have a fun comedy show, and let somebody shoot a gun that hasn't before, and and trying to keep an eye out for the real problems. And I didn't want to, like, nitpick them on every little thing, but that is something that I'm going to start taking more seriously, because it's in hindsight, it's not a good thing. So.
Usually, what works is that you give a quick block of safety instruction before you let them touch anything, which I'm sure you did. You make sure they understand the weapon and what's safe, what's not,
right?
And then, okay, let's go have fun.
Yeah, because still, if you haven't, like, developed the muscle memory, and stuff for always keeping your fingers straight when you pick up a gun.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Oh yeah.
I'll tell you a little story on that note too. I was at a family reunion not too long ago, and there's someone that is kind of like a sort of distant family, I guess, at least as far as I'm concerned. I don't know him all that well, but he brought out a couple. He knew I like guns, so he brought out a couple of ARs to show me. Right?
Just talking points. Yeah,
exactly. They're nice guns. He's a nice guy and everything. But someone that I have a closer member of the family to was sitting next to me, and he picked those guns up and pointed them without knowing what he was doing as he was putting them, like, in the case or taking them out. I forget, and they were pointed right at this other person.
Whoa!
So it put me in a very awkward situation because it's like I'm kind of and this is like my wife's family, so I'm the situations are you're a little bit of an outsider to an extent
because you're not blood relative,
right? Especially with, like, the majority, like with her parents and stuff. Of course, they know me well, but with some of the extended family, you don't know them that well.
Exactly.
And I didn't want to be that guy that's like, hey man, watch that, whatever. And the thing is, I knew the gun was unloaded because I had just looked at it.
Yeah, but
and it was such a difficult situation. I was about ready to say something, and luckily he did. And he was like, hey, can you not point that at me? And I was like, thank God I didn't have to say anything. But you see that a lot.
I understand the spot you're in, but safety first, because the minute, God forbid, something happens, oh my God, you're gonna feel like I should have said something.
Yeah,
because you don't want to be that guy that's hey, you put that firearm. You don't want to be that guy.
Right.
But unless they're doing something completely unsafe, like pointing it at somebody.
Right.
The first gun to kill somebody is the one that everybody thinks is empty.
Yeah, exactly.
Empty guns have killed more people than anything else. So, am I gonna be a jerk? Yes, because you just point that weapon at somebody. Never do that ever.
Yeah, and I hate to be that way, but I think after, like, that experience and some of the stuff with that show, I think I'm gonna start being a little bit more. Because I've known lots of people who work in gun shops, and they're very like they. I talked to this one guy, which I don't think this is necessarily the way to go. I talked to this gun shop guy, and he was a trainer also. He said that when he works in the gun shop, if somebody points a gun at him, he points his back at them.
No,
that's a little
that's a little bit extreme.
That's a little much.
I was just about to say something. You don't be that guy. No, you don't want to be that guy that knocks him down. Stop! Don't you point that way. Don't be that guy. But tactfully, calmly, warn this guy. Hey, man, it's not safe. You're not being safe. You're pointing that weapon at somebody else. Don't do that.
Right.
All right.
What's wrong, Patrick?
Oh, you're doing fine.
Okay. What? Oh, you're trying to split screen it?
Yeah, that'll be better like that.
Okay.
And I just want to apologize to the viewers at home. Well, some of my camera work has been a little less than stellar, but I think I've got the hang of it now. I think this is good. I like the split screen. If you guys at home have a problem with the split screen, confront John in person.
You're not going back and forth?
Well, I have been. If somebody has a good story, I like to zoom in on that guy. But otherwise, I mean, it looks nice with both of you guys in the shot.
Oh, so you got it on. So you've got it on both of us, but then you have it to where you can swipe.
Yeah, and it's faded, so actually, it almost looks like your blue jeans are coming together as one blue jean.
That's right. That's right. My God,
it's strange looking. It looks like you guys have like 3 legs between the two of you.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'll leave that joke. This joke I'm not gonna tell.
I think I know where you're going with this. So this is a family show. Derrick.
That's right. We are G-rated here. Come on, Disney, straight up Disney here. My God, Disney with ARs.
Exactly. That should be like the motto of the show: Disney with ARs.
Mickey and Minnie, with Glocks and heck yeah.
Except they would probably sue the pants off.
No.
But the Disney characters, none of them ever wore pants. I don't know.
You're right. Hey, you never know if Mickey's black.
That's true.
Well, I won't be that guy point that out, but
wow, that is true.
Oh man, it's genius. I guess Minnie is too, right?
Yeah, there you go, dude. I just want to bring that up. I'm not filling that card out there. Oh yeah.
Funny.
But safety first. There's no excuse for that. Let's go back to what we were talking about.
Sylvester too.
Oh man.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah.
Oh God.
Definitely.
That's right. Safety is
settle down, guys.
Issue that we should always focus on.
Yeah.
Because there's no excuse for not being safe. Because the minute something happens, you don't want a tragedy over being afraid to say something.
Right. Yeah.
Especially depending on what kind of gun that you're using, like John Wayne and True Grit. Kim Darby asked him how come he left that one chamber empty.
Oh, yeah.
Because he didn't want to blow his foot off. Why? Because a single action 1868 did not have a safety.
Yeah, 73.
Oh, sorry. I'm not but 5 years off. Okay, all right.
Those are a big 5 years.
That's a great movie. What do you think about the remake of that movie?
They stuck close to the book, yes.
Yeah.
But it was
good.
It was good, but it wasn't the Duke.
There's something weird. It had good actors in it, but there was something weird off about the acting.
When you got John Wayne, who won an Oscar for it in 68, 69, you can't beat that. I mean, it was a good remake, but it's not the Duke. Hey.
Yeah, it was weird. I thought the girl did a good job.
Yeah, she did.
She did a good job.
And what's his name? Who played Rooster Cogburn?
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
His patch was on the wrong side.
I never thought about that.
Patch was on the other side. Well, it was on the side that John Wayne didn't wear his. So.
Yeah.
But they had that high standard from John Wayne movie. You can't top that.
John Wayne is such a tough guy
to follow.
Yeah, like how do you do that? Because I mean, he was John Wayne's essence defined that what that role was
exactly
in that movie. So it's like, what do you do? Do you like totally do something? Really, the only option I think is to be something totally different from John Wayne, but a character you can imagine being similar.
Yes. Again, it was a good remake, but I don't think it was as good as John Wayne's movie. Anything they did was going to be compared to the '69 True Grit, which they knew that.
They should have made him like totally different or something. Like the way that Jeff Bridges played that role, it was like an in between.
Yeah,
it was a little bit like John Wayne, but not a lot. And I guess they thought that was the way to do it, but I think you almost got to make it the guy like look and sound totally different from John Wayne, but maybe just his personality is kind of similar or something.
But the girl that stole the show was whatever her name is, the great actress, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
She did an excellent job. I think she stole the show.
Yeah, she did good.
Another great remake, Magnificent Seven. I don't know if you've seen it yet.
I want to.
Great Great remake. In fact, I think it's better than the original.
Really? Wow.
Which was, what, 1960?
Yeah.
But it was better than the original.
See, when I saw the trailer, I was a little bit worried it might be a little like corny or
No.
real.
Very real. They got the weapons right. Yes, I researched the weapons. And they got the weapons right. The shooting was just right there. All the action was legitimate. The setting, it was good. Good remake.
Yeah, that's cool. Because it's been a long time since there was a good Western on like a mainstream.
Yeah, and talk about going the other way when they cast Denzel Washington as the lead guy who played Yul Brynner's part. Again, he hit it.
Now, Yul Brynner, was he the guy from the original in the black hat?
Black, bald white guy, all dressed in black, yeah.
You know what's funny, though? When I remember that trailer came out, like I said, the thing I was worried about is they're going to try to make it a little bit too. When I saw Chris Pratt was in it, that made me nervous.
Yeah.
I thought it might be a little too comedic.
Don't worry about it. Great job.
But you know what's funny is when I saw Denzel as that guy, I was just like, that's perfect. It just makes perfect sense for some reason.
Excellent.
I don't know why.
And the villain was right there. Dude, what was his name? The guy who he was in.
Yeah, like the Mexican guy.
No. The remake. The villain.
Oh, was it a villain? Was it not? Weren't they like
Peter Sarsgaard? Yeah, I think that was his name. He was in. I can't think of anything else. He was in Green Lantern. He was in that movie about the dead Marines in the desert. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
But he did a good job as the villain. And again, it's worth going to see. I'm not getting paid by him, but it was worth going. It was worth going to see.
He's married to Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Oh, like I said, dude. Yeah, great movie. Great movie. You should see it. You'll love it.
Yeah, I need to do that. I'm trying to think. Have you seen? There's some new like gangster movie that's coming out about like Prohibition era.
Yeah, I saw a trailer for it, and
I'm trying to remember who was in it. It's somebody big. It's not Brad Pitt. It's like.
Yeah, I seen it. I saw a preview for it, and one thing they'll hit on is something we've talked about before. Is how before, say, 1934. You can just walk up to the hardware store, buy a Thompson cash, and throw it in your front seat, and drive away with it.
Yeah, you could. Very expensive,
especially for that time. Yeah. But BARs, get one, keep it in the house. Over the mantelpiece, no problem. But
what to me is funny is people look back on that time like there was a lot of gun control got kind of started around that time.
Yeah,
these guys had all these guns and they were overpowering the police, and it was used as some of the first gun restrictions, like on those types of guns, machine guns and things. But a lot of the most iconic people, they stole them from the military.
From armories, National Guard armories, yeah.
Even though that you could technically go and buy one, they didn't because they didn't have any money. So they went and stole them, and then they went rob places. And had money. Yeah,
because your average policeman back then had to buy his own weapon, which was usually going to be a 38 revolver, and you're up against somebody firing a BAR.
Yeah.
No. And who was it? Bonnie and Clyde, or one of these gangsters, they sawed off the BAR, so they hide under a coat. Ooh, close range? Oh my God! Oh.
Yeah, which I wonder how those functioned. If they had any issue with the gas, system in them and stuff from cutting off the barrel so short.
It probably worked well enough.
Probably.
Close range. You're gonna be in a bank, a small building, a room. It's not about accuracy. It's about putting out enough firepower to terrify the people around you.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Because there was a scene in that trailer. I wish I could think of the name of the movie. Maybe you can look it up, Patrick. It's got.
Could it be Legends of the Fall?
I just saw that today. No.
It's got the guy that played Batman, the new Batman vs Superman.
What movie is it? A new Brad Pitt movie? You say?
It's not Brad Pitt.
No. It's a new gangsters, 30s, Depression era.
Yeah.
Gangster movie. I can see the guy's face. I can't remember his name.
The guy who used to play Batman.
Yeah, he was in Pearl Harbor.
Is it the Tom Hanks thing?
No. Okay, man, I can see his face. What's his name? Josh Hartnett.
Josh, not that guy. The other guy.
Christian Bale.
The guy.
The other one that's in.
Not Josh.
He was just in. He played Batman recently.
Yeah. Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck. Yeah. Ben Affleck. I'm pretty sure is the guy in it. I was gonna say on the gas thing. My dad just bought this AR that's kind of interesting, and it's called Dissipator. Have you ever heard of these before?
Live by Night. Live by night? It's spelled the same.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay.
Guys, it's called Live by Night.
Okay.
I don't know if you knew that. What are you asking about it?
Oh, just the name of the movie.
It's Live by Night, John.
Okay. Live by Night. Got it.
Patrick. Okay. Let me get back to telling Derrick the story about the
Wait, what were we talking about?
You don't know anything about this.
I'm so busy looking at the computer.
So it's called the dissipator, and basically what it is something I think they've been doing since like Vietnam, where they take an A2 style AR-15,
okay,
and then basically hack the barrel off right at the end of the sight post.
Okay,
it turns it into a carbine length barrel, except that you have a full size handguard.
Okay,
because on like the old school carbine ARs, which now it's not an issue because you've got like a full rail and all that. Like on yours, it's just got the full rail, so you don't have to worry about it. But at the time before those, like the carbine ARs, like that old one I have, you just have this little bitty handguard. Yeah. Because they have to, because the barrel's shorter, so they have to move the gas block back, and the gas block is the front sight post. Yeah. So they got to move it back. So it's like little handguard, sight, and then you got long barrel sticking out. Okay. So this is a way to have like an A2 style gun, big long sight radius, long handguard, but short barrel. On some of the early ones that they made, they would just like hack the barrel off, but they found out that it like basically the gas system just doesn't work as well.
Yeah, you're gonna lose something. Whenever you do anything like that, you're gonna lose something. Yeah, it's a trade-off.
Because like the gun was not designed that way.
No, exactly. There's a
reason for it. Yeah.
So, like the old famous sawed-off shotgun, which is something my folks always talked about. Oh, yeah. He had a sawed-off shotgun, and I'm like, okay. Yeah. It was old double barrel, of course.
Dude, I just put up a picture of an AR-14 next to a carbine AR-14 online. 15, whatever. You get the gist. And the folks at home, I think, are going to love it. Okay. But go about your whatever you were talking about. I'm sorry.
The folks at home are just like, shut up, Patrick.
They are. I think they are.
He had two of them. He had the big, 8-foot long, full size, double barrel shotgun, 2 triggers, 2 hammers. That, and then he had the sawed off, which was, again, same gun, cut in half. And one of them was for long range. You only fired slugs out of the full size one, and then the sawed off was full of double aught. So again, close in a room in a house, short range, devastating. Devastating.
Definitely. Have you ever seen? I've seen it in movies, but like they'll take a sawed-off shotgun will be cut off so short that you can see the ends of the shell sticking out.
Sure.
You ever seen
it? Sure.
Man, that'd be terrifying to fire one of those.
Well, I think pretty much you're looking for shock effect. You're not necessarily expecting to hit them, but you're expecting to scare them so that you can either get to jump on them or get away. But for a shock type weapon, it's the way to go.
Yeah, I'd almost be afraid to shoot yourself.
Yeah,
it'd be such a spread, hit your head in the face.
So it's again, any kind of weapon, it's a give and take. You can really specialize in your weapons.
Yeah, I've always thought that like a little sawed off 410, would make for a really handy little defensive gun or something like that, like a double barrel 410, like really short. Of course, I guess technically the Taurus Judge would be that, and then you get like
the Judge, yeah. Oh yeah,
that's even better.
Oh yeah. And then what's that other one they made after the Judge? The Governor. The Governor. The Governor.
And they make this one that's in all stainless called the Governator.
The Governor.
That'd be cool, though.
The Governor.
They make a stainless one called the Governator. You hear that, Smith and Wesson?
They're taking notes. They're taking notes right now. Oh, that's what you think. They got their operatives in the dark basement listening right now. Yeah. He's on the phone right now. Okay. Stainless steel. Can shoot buck and solid shot.
It's called the Governor.
Okay.
Like Terminator.
They're on the phone now.
It's going to be like release a SHOT Show.
I knew it. That was mine. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Whatever, Hickok.
Oh, man. Which we actually did a video on one of those recently and shot it. So, my biggest complaint has always been, you ever handled one of those, the Judge or the...
No. Don't do revolvers, dude.
Okay.
Like Glocks. Yeah. Oh, I know I just cussed.
But the Taurus is like notorious for making not very good guns in general. Probably some of them are okay, but especially the revolvers have a bad reputation. But I like the grips that they put on it. It's very very cushy, you know, and it helps dampen the recoil some. But the grips they put on the Governor, the Smith & Wesson version, which is a lot nicer for sure, and you get an extra shot. It's like they're hard rubber.
Okay.
Which I don't know why they didn't put the same grips that like you have on like the bigger revolvers, like 500 Magnum or something like that. So, you know, it stings a little more, but you know, we shot it the other day. It's not as bad as I remember. You know, so.
Well, revolvers are pretty much backup guns now, right?
That's how most people use them.
Yeah.
I mean, you still got people who will carry a 357 Magnum as their main. I mean, it's a good cartridge.
The old Dirty Harry 357, you know,
44
chrome. You know, by God, you have to shoot. Yeah. Intimidating.
Yeah.
Intimidating. Yeah.
I mean, you know, revolvers definitely have their advantages. I mean, you can experiment more with the loads because you're not trying to cycle a slide. You don't have those issues to deal with.
And the technology's rock solid. It's gonna work.
At least for the first 6 or 5. You know, at least those are probably going to work. The only thing that I will say, because we'll open this huge can of worms, revolver reliability versus.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
Which, I mean, for the first 6 shots or however many it holds, revolvers are probably more accurate than a semi-automatic. But the one thing though about a revolver, different from a semi-automatic, is that. Okay, there's lots of things different, but the thing I'm talking about now is that the gun has to work for you to fire all the mechanism of the gun has to function for you to fire a shot in a revolver. Because when you pull that trigger, the cylinder has to turn and put that new cartridge or the hammer and fire it.
Yeah.
But with an automatic, as long as the firing pin is not locked up or something, at least that first shot is going to go.
Okay.
But, revolvers are more reliable for the first 6 shots. But I still would rather have an automatic just because it's easier to reload.
Yeah, I was about to say that slow reload time. Okay, stop. Like I saw this thing on Jesse James today, and one thing that gave them a big advantage over your average infantry guy in the Civil War, cavalry over infantry, was that your infantry guy had what? He had the muzzle loader.
Right.
Okay, 1 shot, and he might have a revolver, and he got 6 more. Right. The average cavalry guy or Confederate raider, he had at least 4 pistols, 2 in his belt, 2 in the saddle, and maybe 2 more. 4 in the belt, up to 4 in the belt and 2 in the saddle. So he's got a lot more firepower. Now, once he goes through all that, he's got to spend 30 minutes to reload.
Yeah.
But I guess he go to saber after that. But again,
that's huge. Back in those days, having that many shots.
Oh yeah.
One thing they could have done, I wonder if they should have had me back in Civil War. I could come up with all these great ideas. What they should have done was let's see, the Remington, I think the 1858. I think that's the one where the cylinder comes out really easy.
Yeah.
If they had like 4 of those, let's say, they could have ridden in, done what they had to do, just like this. Shoot over there.
Double fisted, yeah. Rings in the teeth.
Yeah, exactly. And then gotten out of there and gone back to kind of behind some safe area. It's like safe, and they had people that just all they did was just load guns,
which is what they did. That was a tactic during the war. One guy would shoot, and then you have 2 or 3 relolding. That way, you kept a constant rate of fire going out.
Okay, so they already thought of that.
People. Anything you think of, somebody's already thought of. Believe me.
Yeah.
So, but it was another time. Like at speaking of Civil War guns, at Henry, the state of Illinois, I believe, equipped all its units with Henry rifles.
Yeah, that's
so. Which the U.S. government wouldn't do it, of course, because they thought it was a waste of ammunition.
Yeah.
Why would you want to be able to shoot that much? Come on now, really? Okay.
I know, and they thought that like every single war. They said that until recently. It's like
come on.
Like in World War One, they had the odd threes would hold like 5 rounds, and they would tell them to load each round individually. So they have like the magazine cut off, and the extra 5 rounds was basically, I guess, for like an emergency if you got rushed or something.
Well, I'm pretty sure the attitude was the train of thought was, look, if he had this many rounds, he wouldn't take his time to hit what he was shooting at. He wouldn't aim properly, wouldn't hit what he was aiming at. Which I see the logic behind that, but
for some people, maybe they're not trained well. Maybe it's true. I don't know.
Well, the Army didn't train people to shoot. They actually have marksmanship training until 1906.
Oh, wow.
Before that, they just assume you're a grown man. You must know how to shoot a gun.
Yeah. Maybe with some.
I mean, it's the 19th century. I mean, you ain't got a gun. Well, what kind of upbringing have you had?
Yeah. Well, that's one thing that's been scary, that scares everybody about gun rights, is that, as time goes on and things become more and more, I don't know, what's the word? Not civilized, but there's more cities and less people living in rural areas and more technology, all this stuff. There's less and less people that grow up learn to shoot guns.
Yeah.
So it just makes sense that over time there'll be less people who like guns and less people who want to, protect gun rights.
It depends on where you're at. Again, yeah. I mean,
it hasn't been that way, really.
It not until recently. We wouldn't be having that conversation in Wyoming or Montana or Idaho. What do you mean you ain't got no gun? What the?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think there's some element of that, but I've beat this dead horse, I guess. But I think video games have really been the thing that have brought new people into the sport. I think,
as long as they don't think that shooting the guy, just because you hit the guy with your sniper rifle on Call of Duty is the same as shooting the guy for a dude. As long as they don't make that cloud that up, you're fine.
Yeah. I think if they hopefully they get hooked up with some responsible person that will take them out to the range or something and show them how to shoot, and they get that there's a difference. And I think people, kids are smart these days. They get that there's a difference. You play Grand Theft Auto and you can't ride around shooting at cops and blowing up cars.
Not a good idea in this day and time. Not a good idea. We just had a recent conversion. I put it on this thing. I'm not gonna say what. That this person, she was like, "Oh, guns! Oh my God!" I said, "Come on out, come on out. We'll let you shoot, a couple of handguns and a AR and a Henry. We'll let you see what you think." Yeah. They were completely converted. They're like, "By God, let's go again. I'll buy them." I'm like, "All right, yes, another convert." Yeah. And that just came from not ever having touched a weapon, not ever been familiarized with a weapon, and that's all it was. Again, the only images they had was guns. Oh no, they're bad. Yeah. Hey, no. People can be bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, the gun's just a tool. It's about the person.
Well, and it's like I have more respect for people if they're still really anti-gun. At least if they shot guns. Then it's like, well, okay, you've shot guns and you still feel that way. Okay,
it's your business.
But people who try to tell me how I should think about guns, they never even shot a gun before, much less even held one. Yeah. It's like, how do you know? You've never been around them.
Yeah, I had this one individual. I took him out to the range and he was afraid to touch the AR. Oh no. Power, accuracy, no. I'm like, yeah. That's right. But he was okay with the 45s, though. I'm like, whoa, what? Yeah. I guess that's okay. But a lot of people, more than one individual, there's this mystique about weapons, rifles. Yeah. And for a lot of them, it's intimidating. Right. But that's not necessarily a bad thing because you got to have respect for it. Yeah, definitely. You got to have respect. So.
Well, that Henry is probably a good gun to kind of let people ease into the experience.
Oh yeah, it's not what people think because they're used to the old West gun smoke. You fire 6-foot flame, it knocks you back. No, quick. No. I was surprised again on how little recoil it was.
Yeah,
it had
recoil, easy to operate,
and that 45 long Colt. If you hit him, he's gone. If you hit him, real slow, low velocity. Yeah, real low velocity. But we have no problem seeing where our rounds are going because even at 50, 75 yards, big hole. Yeah. Big hole.
Oh, yeah. So the only thing you got to watch out for on that gun, I think I showed you this one before, is you don't ever want to drop the rounds just straight.
We'll avoid that.
That is something to avoid with a handgun.
Okay. Whoa, what happened?
So on this gun that has a tubular magazine, which basically it is what it sounds like. It's a tube that you put the bullets in, and the tendency is to put the buttstock on your shoe and just hold it straight up and just drop them in, right? But the problem is the thing that ignites the cartridge is on the back, is on the underside of the bullet, so that is contacting the next bullet, and so it could cause the round to go off in the magazine.
Did you have an incident?
No.
It's a possibility that you need to be aware of.
Yeah. So you hold the gun at an angle and let it slide in.
Yeah. So, but again, great weapon, and for 1860, excellent happen. Hey, and but real low velocity. But I will say this: if you hit them, they're gone.
Yeah, I think there's something too low velocity, but like heavy bullets.
It just emphasizes more about it's about the shooter. Right. It's about your marksmanship skills, your shot placement. Yeah. So,
and it's in the. Usually, the 45 long Colt is like a 250 grain bullet, so even bigger than 45.
Oh yeah. Which, going back to Magnificent Seven, a lot of people, you ain't seen it yet, but a lot of people think what they're firing, I did too, they were firing Henrys. No, those were
66s,
Yellow Boy 66 Winchesters, and 73s, which all that is are all those Winchesters are improved Henrys.
Yeah, basically.
So yeah,
especially the 66 because it has a handguard and a loading gate.
Oh yeah,
much better to load.
Oh yeah,
the Henry is such an amazing improvement over what existed.
It's before, yeah. Big leap, yeah.
Yeah, you feel kind of weird about even like saying anything negative about the operation of it. But yeah, if you shoot a Henry a bunch and then you shoot a 66 a bunch, the 66 is way better.
Oh yeah, 66 Yellow Boy.
Pop those rounds in there. You can actually top it off. You don't have to it's a little awkward. You got to pull that tab up and then rotate the thing.
Yeah, but it's a matter of getting used to it. And the same problem they had back then. You imagine back then you went from a muzzle loader to a Henry.
Right, yeah.
You're like, oh my God, what is this?
Yeah, exactly.
What is it? But once you get used to it, you tear them up.
Yeah. A 66 is something I want to get sometime. I always like those because they have that look of the Henry kind of.
Oh yeah.
They operate more like a modern lever action.
And they also, as I found out, they make a long barrel version of it too. Same length as the Henry.
Oh, did they? The 66?
Yeah.
Huh. That's octagonal barrel?
Yeah.
That's what I would want. I love octagonal barrels on lever action.
Yeah, that way you got the same, which they both, from what I got from another gun expert, was that, again, effective range, 100 yards. That maybe 150 on a good day.
I don't know. I mean, you can stretch them out.
You can get out there to 300, but accurately, consistently.
Yeah, I never tried, so I couldn't say.
So everything, all the shooting I've been doing, 100, 120 yards.
Yeah.
Death range. They're gone.
Yeah, but they've got a heavy trigger on them, so.
Oh yeah.
You're not gonna drive too many nails with it.
No.
Yeah.
No. What's that movie? Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad.
Oh, I haven't seen that. Yeah.
Dude, Sure Shot. Yeah. What's his name? Will Smith's character. Just off ability, the guy can hit the same spot 100 times with a handgun.
Wow.
And supposedly, according to comic book history, it's just from practice. Just from practice. Okay, all right.
No, like actual superpowers.
No superpowers, just allow practice.
I believe his name was Deadshot.
Deadshot. Thank you. Slapshot. Hey, thank you for thank you for correcting me. Yeah. Well, anyway, he was a good shot, whatever his name was.
Yeah.
Deadshot. Good.
I haven't seen that movie. I'm just getting annoyed that like every girl ever wants to be Harvey Quinn.
Okay. She's been overdone. Thank you very much. She was a mental. Okay, everybody wants to be this homicidal, psychotic maniac.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah. Yeah, like the Joker. No. No, dude. No.
Yeah. I think the Joker should be president.
Got this. Okay, I'll wait after the election to tell you this joke. I'll wait to after.
Maybe she like Batman. I don't know.
Well, okay. Batman existed, we'd be terrified. Come on. Probably. What's that? The sun went down and your personality changes completely? Okay. No, get away from me. No. Okay, and you have to be rich too. Okay, I'll say it. Only Bruce Wayne could be Batman. Okay, because you have to be rich to get away with walking around in a bat suit and not getting arrested. Come on.
Yeah, and all the expensive stuff he has.
If me and you put on a cape and some ears and walked around, they'd be lock him up right now.
I saw this story online, which I mean they had pictures. I don't know if I guess it's true. This whole clown thing that's happened. Some guy dressed up like Batman and went around like chased him down and like attacked him and stuff. You believe that?
Yeah, I do. Well, there are people out there apparently now that go out there and do superhero work after. It's like a side job. They go. There's some guy.
We should start doing that.
Yeah,
Patrick,
sure.
You want to start doing that?
We'll patrol the streets, making it safe. Hey, we'll get it on tape. Dude.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll get it on tape. Hey.
We'll start our own reality the show.
Stop this criminal act.
Except we'll have guns though.
Hey, okay. Like in what's that movie with Nicolas Cage? What's that? He was a bootleg Batman. He was Big Daddy.
Oh, I know you're talking about Kick-Ass.
Kick-Ass, yeah. He was Big Daddy, and the girl was Hit Girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude. He was Batman with guns. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I ain't got no aversion to Batman was bad enough with the hand-to-hand and the martial arts. You throw in a couple of Glocks, dude, he's unstoppable. Dude.
Yeah. That's the one thing that makes Batman a little unrealistic is that, one, his suit is not bulletproof.
Well, it was in this Batman vs Superman.
Oh, it was? Okay.
It was bulletproof. It had to be. All them shots he was taking. Oh, yeah. Somebody, I think in one scene, somebody hit him with an M60, 7.62.
Oh, wow.
About 51 at less than 10 yards. Yeah, you better have some bulletproof.
Yeah.
I think the one where Jim Carrey was in it. I think he was bulletproof in that one too.
Okay.
I think so.
Oh, the Batman with Jim Carrey.
Yeah, I feel like the suit was bullet.
No,
I think it is.
He played the Riddler. Yeah, the Riddler. I thought they were talking about Jim Carrey's character in Kick-Ass 2.
Was he in that?
Yeah, Kick-Ass. Major Stars and Stripes. No, Colonel Stars and Stripes was his name. Oh, okay. and his attack dog, German Shepherd named Eisenhower.
Oh man, I love Jim Carrey.
Yeah, he's great.
I kept expecting to break in the fire marshal bill.
Oh yeah. He was great as the Riddler.
They tried to get Robin Williams to do it, but it wouldn't have been the same. It wouldn't have been the same.
You know, Robin Williams I guess would have been good too, but Jim Carrey though, I mean that was like perfect. Yeah.
It would have been good with Robin Williams, but no, Jim Carrey was just that. Especially now that he's done it, we can't imagine anyone else doing it.
Oh yeah, I would think Robin Williams would have been too expensive.
Probably. Yeah,
he was like because Jim Carrey was still kind of coming up at that time.
He was affordable. He was affordable. Yeah,
Robin Williams was like A-list then, right?
Jim Carrey probably did for a mere 600, 800,000. Yeah, the mere change. Yeah. Speaking of that, at this other place, at the other occupation, the nameless place that this individual had $20K. I'm not saying I can't imagine what he did for a living, but he had $20K in cash on the front seat of his car with his pistol. Right.
Oh man.
This individual robbed his truck, but the guy who's the owner has videotape everywhere.
Yeah.
So they had the guy on videotape that robbed the truck. So the robber found out that, oh God, they got me on tape. And now the guy whose truck got jacked was like, oh, well, 20K is gone. No problem. You just lost 20 kids. Like whatever.
He's not worried about it.
I found that much on my couch every day. Get out of here. Like 20K was just a mere pittance.
Wow.
I think what was the problem was that
he's probably just blowing smoke, maybe.
I guess. 20K. Whatever.
Like,
okay.
Did he report it?
No. He didn't.
That's the deal.
Yeah.
Report it to the cops.
Yeah. What was 20K in cash doing on the front seat of your truck? What again? Now what do you do for? Okay. Yeah. All the questions start coming. All the follow-up questions, right?
Or he might have been lying about how much it was.
No. He might be trying to impress us, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, the gangster found out that who he jacked, and then he brought it back and apologized. Yeah. But supposedly, the dude's gonna have to go away anyway because he insulted him. It wasn't about the money; it's about the disrespect. Oh yeah. Oh, gangster code. Okay, whatever. All right. Whatever.
Oh man, that's funny.
People get arrested nowadays just for having a lot of money.
That's right.
They'll get it confiscated.
Yeah. If it's just I don't.
Just cash, yeah.
I hope I get to the point one day where I can just have 20K just laying around, the seat over there. Okay, help yourself.
Sometimes you need it for like if you're going to pay for like an antique car or something. Somebody doesn't want to take a check. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but still, I do money order though. But still, 20K, you're asking for trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like. Yeah, especially how far. It depends on how far you're traveling.
Yeah,
right across town or something. Maybe.
Yeah, local. Yeah, but
if you're driving far to buy some old car and you're going to pay cash for it, like let's say the car's it's like a $15,000 restored car or something, old car, and you go down there. Yeah, if you have $50,000 in cash, they're going to take it if you get pulled over, and then you're going to have to go to court and try to explain
what were you doing, because it does look suspicious. What are you doing with 50 can? What law-abiding person, I'll say it, is walking around with that much money just in cash sitting on his front seat? Anybody that's law-abiding is going to have a cashier's check, money order, something like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's true. I still don't like the idea. It's still money, and it's still American money. I still don't like the idea that, like, you're like treated like a criminal.
Okay, you're right. It depends on, okay. Now, like what are you doing, sir? Where are you going?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to live in America where you can do weird things. And no one questions you.
Okay. So, that's right. Come on.
I want to have 15 ARs in my car.
I will have a cape walking around in a Batman suit and the 50 can cash on the back seat. I won't be able to do that.
And those 2 grenades. And a hatchet.
Someone one time saw one of those in a picture on Facebook and he said, "Hey, what do you use those grenades for?" And I told him, "As a grenade."
Fishing. Yeah. Fishing.
That's good.
It's all about how you carry. We talked about this. How you carry yourself, how you look. We recently went to Alabama and we tried to go to this place, zip lining, and we pulled up, and this place was straight out hostile. We pull up this little shed type shack office, I guess.
Yeah.
It's out in the middle of nowhere, and we're sitting there, and there's just nobody around, and this guy walks up, and the only thing missing, real high creepy factor. That's the way I can describe him. Very high creepy factor.
I zoned out. Are you guys talking about me right now?
He is like hiding behind this camera.
The only thing missing on this guy was a bloody apron. That's the only thing missing. And he's like, "Oh yeah, we can do that now." And I just parked the car here. And where's the zip line? Well, you gotta go about half mile back in these woods. Oh yeah, really? Okay, dude. I think we changed our mind. No, what's that? What's that? We want to leave our cell phones here? Okay, no problem. Does anybody know we're here? Okay, I'm done. I think we'll come back later. No, thank you. No, I don't end up on the side of a milk carton. No,
it's like that run-in you had with the Nazi. You know what's funny? After I put that video out, a lot of people thought it was funny. There were some people that were just like, "What's wrong? Why did you hang out with him?"
It's a Nazi dungeon. What's the problem?
Yeah, you don't like the Nazis or something all of a sudden?
He was a friendly neighborhood Nazi. What's that problem?
Yeah. And folks at home, not your trailer park neo-Nazi.
No, an actual World War II goose-stepping Nazi. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And the guy was friendly, kind. Come on in. Hey, the fact that we were Americans, that's all there was to it. He didn't care. He had a big problem with Russians. I don't know why.
Did you guys hang out with a Nazi?
This is years ago when I was stationed in Germany.
Oh
my God.
You can tell it again.
Okay. In fact, it's that time of year.
Yeah.
It's Veterans Day. In Germany, and
like American Veterans Day, or German.
It was German. It was
like a German thing.
German thing,
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Me and about 6 other GIs get tasked to go to this guy's house, go to this ceremony, and we go to this big German church, and we're in this cemetery. They got the bugles blowing, the bands are playing, and which I'm standing there. We're in Class A uniform, and I'm standing there next to and we're here, and the German soldiers are next to us, and I did cross my mind. It's kind of ironic that we're here, American soldiers, considering that Americans probably put half these guys on the ground.
Yeah.
But I didn't say anything. Don't want to rain on anybody's parade, right? So after the ceremony, old German guy walks up. Hey, American, yeah, Americana, yeah. Hey, come to my house. We serve you. And then the 3 guys. I just got there. I've been off the plane like 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. So been in that country.
I hadn't been in the country. I've been like 2 weeks, right?
Had you been there before? Or?
No, I hadn't been there before. And these other guys, they've been in country like a year and a half. They've been there a long time. So they heard beer. They're like, yeah, beer, let's go. Come on, let's go. And he's like, yes, come with us. Get into the van. And so they all pile in there. And I get in there because I'm following the crowd like the sheep that I am. Yeah. But I had this uneasy feeling. I'm like, do we really know this guy? I mean, do we know where we're going? So we go. And nobody really spoke German either. I'm like, hey,
they've been in the country for years.
I mean, no, because they, this is back during the Cold War. The wall was still up. We're all the ugly Americans. Speak English. Yeah, I know I'm in your country, but speak my language. Yeah. So, we're going out there, and everybody else is they had booze on the van. So we're going out there with these German soldiers too. So I kind of figured it was halfway okay, right? Because they got German soldiers with us too. Yeah. So we're going out there. They're drinking. I'm not drinking because I'm thinking somebody needs to stay sober in case something goes down, right? so I'm cautious. So we're going through the countryside. I'm trying to mark the way. Okay, Red Barn, intersection, creek. Okay, I think it's about 15 miles. When are we gonna stop?
Leave it there.
That's right.
Yeah, Hansel and Gretel for real.
So we get out
in Germany.
So we get out to this village, right? This nice little quaint German village, right out of, the Brothers Grimm, straight out of Hansel and Gretel. The only thing missing was the candy house, right? Yeah. Stereotypical German village. We get out, and we start walking toward the front door. He goes, no. Come and see here around. I can't see German anymore, but around back in German. And I'm like, okay, all right. So we go around back to the back of this guy's house, and there's a basement door, old school basement with the big storm doors.
Bomb shelter.
Yeah, bomb shelter type basement. Okay, and he opens it up, big steel doors. Okay, and he walks down in this tunnel-like entrance. He's waving to us like, come, Americana, come. I'll peek down in there, and I swear to God, it's this stone, stereotypical moss-covered stone tunnel going back off into the distance. And there's a light flickering.
Yeah, that's insane.
I'm like, it's a dungeon. But he says, the beer, das Bier is here. And that's all I had to say because these other guys were like, whoosh, they took off right down there without a thought. I thought, okay, dude, we just got to stay together. No chance we got to stay together. Because you got the old guy and the 5 or 6 German soldiers, right? So I figured any chance we had to get out of this, we got to stay together, right? So they go down there, and I walk out through the tunnel into this guy's it opens up to a basement. And the first thing I see, I remember like it's yesterday, off to the left is a mannequin dressed up in an SS uniform. Dagger, black SS uniform, Iron Cross 3rd class. I thought, oh, Jesus, this is it. We get in there, and all this World War II Nazi memorabilia is everywhere. Pictures of him, on the Russian front, standing there, bodies, the whole 9 yards. This guy had been on the Russian front during World War II. This guy was hardcore. Yeah. But the great guy, he couldn't do enough for because he loved Americans. Oh, thank God. Yeah. He loved Americans. And we're sitting there, and then they start handing out the beer. I didn't drink anyway, but I sure as heck wasn't going to drink now, right? What's in this stuff? Oh, go ahead, drink it. No problem. These guys started drinking. The guys with me started drinking their butts off, and they drink. They start passing out. I'm like, okay. Any minute now. The knives are going to come out any minute. They'll bring out the axes any minute. Finally, I started lying my butt off. I'm like, well, geez, we've been gone for a while. I think those, I think they got this thing where they watch us by satellite. Which they probably got this building pinpointed right now. If we don't get back in the next hour, they should be dispatching vehicles to come look for us.
You don't even know cell phones back then. Like, oh, what's that? The general needs me.
My pager's going off.
Yeah, the general needs me to give him some coffee.
So finally, I start waking these guys up. Hey, we gotta go. And finally, the old German guy says, "All right, that is right. You must leave. I understand." Okay, we marched through the tunnel, back out to the light. They put us on the van, took us back. Thank God. But I think what saved us was we were in uniform. It was a bunch of us. We would obviously be missed. So he couldn't. Yeah. There probably 6 graves dug out the back, but they rethought it. They are in uniform, and they will miss them. So okay, we'll have to find 6 more.
And he may have been okay.
I'm sure he was fine, but nope, no, thank you, no.
Yeah, well, it's funny. People when they heard that you tell that story the first time, like you said, they were confused by it, but it's just pretty clear to me. Like you're an American over there. Like what, 40 years after the war?
Yes, 40 years after.
Something like that.
There's still plenty of those guys walking around over there. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
sorry, dude. Sorry, it was another world. Again, I think we were fine. In hindsight, I think we were fine because we're American soldiers, and they're cool. At the time I was there, they were cool with you as an American as long as you were a soldier. Okay, you're doing your job. You're stationed here. You're fine. Okay, and I will say this: the Germans went out of their way. The ones that I knew personally, they went out of their way to make me feel at home.
Right. So they get it. They probably get how like it would be kind of weird.
Would I be stationed in a foreign country for 2 years with people you don't really know?
Well, especially the history,
yeah. Oh yeah. Hey.
That was probably like the big elephant in the room. Like no one talks about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So.
Well, it's like a friend of mine. He's actually been on the show before. He was stationed in Japan during the late 70s.
Oh.
He was in the Navy, and he said it's the same thing. Like most people they're like, American. Like he's probably in uniform a lot of times. Like
you're here to do your job. Yeah.
No problem. Every so often there would be like a elderly person, that would have an issue or something. But it was very rare.
Exactly. My former in-laws, they were Americans. They were there after the war, and they couldn't say enough good about America.
Yeah,
they're like, America, by God, they came over here and fed us and clothed us. America. Hey, all right, all right, yeah.
They did something good.
Yeah. In fact, I lived my last 8 months there. I lived with them in their attic. The act of their house.
Okay.
Before I came back, I felt just like Anne Frank. I felt just like Anne Frank. I'm up there watching TV, and then you can hear him speaking German and below me, right? And I kept expecting the Gestapo to kick the door in and go, "Where's the American? Don't move." Shh.
Were you very quiet when you were in the attic?
Yes, I was. Just in case.
You were like pretend,
This neighbor, I'll pick my words wisely. This neighbor next door, she walked her dog in her backyard, scantily clothed.
Yeah.
Pick my words wisely.
Go on.
That's right. And she walked that every day, same time, every morning. She's outside walking this Jack Russell Terrier.
Yeah.
And every morning I was right there in the window watching. So hey, come on now, what a country! Come on, it's a different attitude. I'll say that, different attitude about a lot of things. In fact, they think we're backward in a lot of our attitudes.
Yeah.
Oh, this is in Germany.
Yeah.
Oh.
So oh yeah. What a country!
This isn't your current neighbor who watches the podcast.
That's right. No, thank God it ain't. No.
Well, that's why I've always heard that it's good to travel to other countries if you can, because it kind of broadens your perspective.
Yes.
Which I've never been to another country. I've been to a lot of the places in this one, but I've always heard that because you get different places and you realize
exactly
things are done so different.
You realize that I think everybody in America should go to a different country because it will make us very grateful for what we have here.
Yeah.
Too many of us don't know how good we got here.
Not Canada. That doesn't count.
No, you're right. Canada, come on. It's the 51st state. Get out there. Come on. But go to like countries that don't have the same freedoms we have.
Yeah.
Like in Germany, I tell you, the police got real power there.
Oh
yeah. The Police got real power. And you will do what they say. There's no this. Hey, police! No. You better lower that voice or else.
Yeah.
Not good. A lot of it wouldn't work here.
Right.
It wouldn't work here. I mean, Germany, a lot smaller. pretty homogeneous population. Here, there are too many different kinds of people, too many people here to have. They only have, if I remember correctly, they all go to the same police academy in Germany. There's no, every state has its own cop force. No, they all go there.
So they're very like federal police.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So they're all trained to the same standard in the same place, and a lot of power. They got real power there. Yeah. So power that the police here can't even think about. So
well, and that's a concern, like with all, like these police shootings and stuff, which obviously are it's terrible that happens, but. It's like, it worries me that people are going to be like, well, first we got to take up the guns, and then we've got to have police like that,
That wouldn't work here in America because, number one, we have the Bill of Rights. Thank you. Right. Two, Americans wouldn't tolerate a police force having that kind of authority.
Right. Because they probably, honestly, if you have police like that, you probably do have less shooting.
Yeah, because they ain't going to put up with it. It's like, you did what? Drag them away.
Yeah, but is it worth it?
That's right.
Well, that's the thing. Like, freedom is kind of sloppy.
Yes, it is. It is.
Don't realize that freedom is a very sloppy kind of thing. And
yes,
you're going to have issues. You're going to have problems. You think about the Nazis. You think about their whole idea about a way to have a society was like you clean everything up and you make it as rigid and like try to make everything perfect and fit into this nice little idea of their reality. It's horror basically. It's terror for everyone involved.
Any kind of a creativity, any kind of free thinking is kind of squashed. Yeah. It's not. Again, everyone in America should go to another country to realize how good we have it here. Yeah. Because, you bitch at the police in some of these other countries, that ain't gonna fly. Yeah. Oh no. I'm here to tell you. No.
I guess some of the probably other soldiers had some issues.
One guy.
Other soldiers.
Yeah, not me. No. Keep quiet. Keep your head down. Just leave. No, I had a couple of guys. They mouthed off to some Polizei. Big mistake.
Polizei. That sounds like something from like.
As I call them, Mr. Polizei. You will respect them. You will respect them because they will hook you up right there. And they don't. I think they have very limited probable cause there. You know what? I'm going to stop you because I don't like the way you look. Yeah. Here you have to have probable cause. There's like, you know what? You're tall. I think I need to see your ID. In fact, I was standing in front of this barracks in a place called Bad Kreuznach. Yeah, I know. And across the street, this German guy was just standing there, wasn't doing anything, minding his own business. German cop car pulled up, and the guy, the German cop didn't even look at him. Just held out his hand and said, "Papers?" Like in a movie. The guy gave it to him, and he looks at him and says, "Get in the car." And the guy calmly opened the back door, got in the car, put his seatbelt on, and they drove off. Holy crap! But that happened here? No way. The German cop didn't get out of the car; he just get in the back. Wow. Holy crap. I thought there was no way that happened in America. Dude, no way.
Man, that's scary.
I mean, that's because you don't mess with them. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, no.
So Germany, obviously they don't have the oppression like the Nazis, but they still have some of that.
It's very disciplined. The culture is used to following instructions. They come from that, and it makes it better. But then again, it's not the same number of people. It's not as diverse as American society is now. Yeah. Well, maybe not somebody let all them Syrians in there, which I think they're regretting that. Right. Which I think they're regretting that. Letting all those Syrians in there. Ooh.
I mean, that's tough. I mean, I see both sides of it. Like, because there's examples. I'm sure some of those people, they're good people, and you want to be able to help them out.
Do the right thing by them, but you're gonna get the good with the bad too.
Yeah, you don't want to ruin your country's economy or make things harder on the people who are already here because of that.
Which is a big worry that people in a lot of the states in the U.S. have. I don't know what they're doing to vet, to back check these folks, but you gotta be careful because you don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you can't just let a bunch of random people live with you.
Exactly.
It's going to make it'd be nice to do that to help some people, but you're your bills are going to get more expensive. You're going to be struggling more, and it might take the whole thing down. So that's the problem.
The help, humanitarian aid, absolutely, but you gotta be reasonable about it. You gotta use your head. You gotta be careful. You gotta do the right thing, but also use reason to do the right thing too.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Speaking of that, I've been meaning to tell you this too. That the other thing, first night out there, some guy capped off 6 rounds at me.
Oh man,
what a country!
I feel like you told me about this.
Yes,
I can't remember.
First night out there, I broke up a physical altercation.
Oh, you started at a new place?
The new place.
Okay, gotcha.
At the new place, I went in there, and this certain part of this certain place that should remain nameless.
This is in Nashville. This is not Germany, you're saying?
We've come back across the Atlantic. Yes, we're back across the Atlantic now. Yeah. Here, it's around here somewhere.
Yeah, it's not Nashville. It's nameless, Patrick.
This is on Earth, I take it.
That's right.
You don't have to confirm that.
Northern Hemisphere. Let's narrow it down.
It's in the solar system. Not on a moon.
First night, they've been having issues now, right? So they called in a crew, a security company, right? So we go in there and
so same company,
different place, and this place is a little bit rough, yeah. So we go up there, and they got a lot of gang activity, and go in there, and there's individuals from certain groups, I'm not going to name them, I'm not going to give them any PR, start acting up, and we separate these groups, and then as one of them gets in their truck and they pull away, individual leans out, caps off 6 rounds in my direction, and then give me the courtesy to return fire. That's ill. That's just ill-mannered. That's just ill-mannered.
I feel like you did tell me the story.
Yeah. So come on now, what the heck's with these people? That's just ill-mannered. Come on now, disrespectful.
And it seems like really. And it seems like they do that kind of stuff. They know it's like they don't want to actually get into a conference.
Exactly. Most of these guys, they talk loud, they make a big show, but they don't. When it comes to a real face-to-face shootout,
right?
No,
they don't want it.
So because they took off like there wasn't tomorrow.
Oh, so yeah. Imagine because it's not like the movie. It's like no people don't want to get shot.
That's right. They want to avoid that.
Like go on.
Like in the movies, it's like. It can be like a video game.
Yeah.
Sometimes like, oh, I'm trying to get you, you're trying to get me. Oh man.
No.
It's like you don't want to get shot.
No, you don't. And because once I drew my weapon and I went for position, they took off out of there. Yeah. And I'm like, and what amazed me, the amazing thing to me was, the bystanders just standing around. Like, some of their shots fired. Okay. Again. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I'm like, and as a law-abiding citizen or officer, you're handicapped because you can't endanger anybody else.
Right.
Even necessarily when you're protecting yourself, you can't risk anyone else, some bystander get injured either. Right. And these people around me, I'm like, they just capped off 6 rounds at us, and these people are like, what's that? What? Okay. All right.
Oh, I know them. They were.
They were just. They just playing. What? Just playing. What the heck?
They would say that.
They just playing, dude. Okay, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's
all you can do is show them that you're not going to tolerate that, and if you, with all safety of others in mind, as a priority, you try to get where you can take them into custody or eliminate the threat. Right. And I think what happened before is whoever they were up against before took off like rabbits. I mean, I'm out of here and ran off. Yeah. But they saw somebody who was aggressive out there, who wasn't just going to be a target. Screw that. Yeah. All of a sudden they didn't have a stomach to step up. I had one more incident, but after that, after I confronted them, I haven't seen them. I haven't seen anybody since. So
yeah, I realized it was like real security.
This is, hey, dude, no, don't do that here. That's bad. That's bad.
So, oh man, that guy down there, he goes to 1911.
Which some guys ask, where'd you get that? You get that out of a museum? Yes, that's right. Piece of history. A piece of history. You're right. That's right. Absolutely right. Piece of history. Yeah. That's right. So no, it ain't a Glock 40 with 13 shots. No, not those. What is it? It's not Glock 40. is what they shoot. What some of these state agencies issue.
Oh, like the 40 caliber Glock.
Yeah,
like 23, I think, or 22. Usually Glock.
Yeah, like I know, like I know. Okay, don't touch them, by God.
Oh.
Okay, I got to admit it. Okay. I actually considered getting one. Oh, sacrilege! Yeah. Sacrilege! I thought, hey, I was going to get one because of the tactile light that you can put on.
Oh yeah.
But somebody told me that throws your aim off. We can throw your aim off. I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't know if that's true. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure on that one. I would say like tactile lights. I mean, they're okay, I guess, but I mean, whatever. The problem is like whatever you point your light at, a gun is also.
That's right, because they shoot at the light. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So someone's like looking for their keys. Or someone's like, "Hey, we check out this weird boil."
So I was gonna get one, but I found there's a grip rail system that you can buy to attach to a 1911 that does not have a rail attachment.
Oh, that's interesting.
I was like, okay. Yeah. I almost committed sacrilege for a minute there.
Well, they make 1911s with rails on them.
Yeah, they do.
You gotta have like a different holster and all that.
Yes.
You would, I guess, anyways, if you have a light.
But this is a grip rail system that you can attach to a standard 1911.
Yeah.
And then attach a light to it. So I went, all right, dude, excellent.
Yeah.
I cannot, commit treason.
Yeah. Gun treason. Have you heard about these 1911s that I forget who makes them. Maybe you can look it up for us, Patrick. There's a company making 1911s out of meteorites.
Oh, what? Yeah. What?
It's a real thing. I can't remember the name of the company.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. I mean, they're the most expensive handguns that have ever been produced.
What kind
of?
Is it Cabot guns?
That's it. Cabot firearms. Yep.
Meteorite.
Yeah, they cost over $1 million.
You're kidding me, right?
No, it's real. It's a real thing. And they shoot and everything. They only made like a handful of them.
Well, how much meteorite material is laying around to be?
That's the thing. Meteorites are very expensive. You can buy them like at Knob Creek. They usually have them.
A meteorite?
Yeah, you can buy them. They're very expensive though. Like for one, they would be like. They can see me right now, right? One that would be like this big would probably cost.
I've had the camera on me the whole time. Is that wrong?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, guys.
Can we
Let's just start over from the top. We were talking about Nicolas Cage was in a movie.
But like a meteorite the size of this water bottle could be like $1,000 or more or something. They're very.
Oh, I got asked the why. I mean,
yeah, I'd actually like to buy a small one sometime. Like a couple $100, but it's like a little one.
A meteorite.
Yeah, because that came from space. That's
okay.
They're real shiny looking. I'm just scrolling through it right now.
The steel is supposed to be really good because it's been compressed for a few years.
What part of it is meteorite?
The whole thing.
Shit.
So the steel.
Everything's a steel in the gun, at least. Yeah.
I thought they were making it out of like kryptonite or something.
Kryptonite. That'd be handy.
That's right. In case somebody from Krypton shows up, we're ready.
Here, take my gun.
Yeah, you hold it. Go ahead.
Yeah. Shoot me.
Oh my God!
But it's kind of neat that they're doing that.
It's okay. Yeah. I
mean, it's a promotional thing.
Yeah.
Someone will buy it. Donald Trump will buy one, maybe.
That's right. Why not? I got throw in the pile of the rest of them.
Yeah,
Oh, it's the grip that's meteorite.
Oh, okay.
No, the whole thing is.
Oh.
The grip probably is too.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I watched like a thing on it on YouTube.
I mean, okay. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
The legend has it that David, I almost said David Bowie.
David Bowie. That's right.
Oh man, Jim Bowie. Not David Bowie. Jim Bowie. That always the Bowie knife.
Yeah.
I think you're supposed to say Bowie knife, but I've always said Bowie knife, so it sounds weird. So I've always said it wrong. So I'm going to just keep saying it wrong. The Bowie knife, the original one was supposedly made out of a meteorite.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. That might just be Hollywood, but
Didn't do it well. Didn't work out too well. He was at Alamo, right?
Yeah.
Didn't work out too well there. I mean,
but everyone remembers him though.
that's all right.
Who?
Jim.
Nailed it.
Okay.
Well, you remember the Alamo at least.
Okay.
Why is that always the deal? Like the 9/11, it's like never forget. I don't get that.
I mean, it's obvious big tragedy in American history. Right. We had a 10-year war because of it. So we still got one because of it.
It seems weird that you would say that about something so. So obviously we're not going to forget it.
They don't forget the individuals.
I guess that's more with it.
The individuals. Like when the day that thing happened, I was on Bragg and Fort Bragg for anybody who don't know. And everybody thought it was a joke. Thought it was a movie. Because again, something that colossal is that it was hard to comprehend.
Yeah, it's actually happening.
This is really happening, right? This is not a movie. This is not Independence Day. This is really happening, and I think what most people remember what they were doing. You were what, grade school?
I remember I was in 7th grade.
7th grade. God, somebody get my walker. 7th grade. Jesus.
I was in 7th grade, and I remember we had just gotten. Let's see. I can't remember the timeline because it happened early in the morning, so this doesn't make sense. But I feel like we were. The way I remember it is we were coming back from lunch, and I saw on the TV the tower was smoking. But second plane. When did the second plane hit?
Maybe half hour after the first.
Okay, so that's not right. But I remember seeing it first. Like we had these old TVs. Even for then, they were old TVs on the wall. And I remember briefly seeing the tower smoking.
Yeah.
And be like, "Oh, what's that?" And then the teacher turned it off, and they're like, "All right, everybody sit down."
My God!
And they didn't really. It wouldn't say what was going on. And then they made this big announcement. They were like, "All right." Remember, they thought there was like several planes.
Yeah.
So it seemed even scarier than it already was. And then,
there were 4 planes total that were hijacked.
Right, but they thought there was more.
Yeah, they were afraid there were more than that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then so then I remember asking one of the teachers, like, what happened? They were like, the whole thing is gone. What? The whole thing?
Again, hard to comprehend. We're out there. They had a formation on Simmons Army Airfield, Fort Bragg, North Carolina. We're out there, and our CEO came out there. He says, "Men, we were attacked this morning, and we're going to war. And you ain't going to survive unless you covered by the blood of Jesus." Okay. Thanks. That's what he said. That me and the XO in the back kind of looked at each other like, "What did he just say?" Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
That's a little much, but okay.
Okay. Yeah, a little bit more. I mean, I understand what you're saying, man, but that's kind of heavy. I mean, okay, dude. All right. Okay.
He's waiting his whole lot to say that.
Oh my God! And I went out to the store. We had lunch. Everything proceeded as normal. But I went to the store, stopped to get lunch like an hour after that, and I walked to this store, and this guy said, "What are you doing here?" What do you mean? What are you doing here? I'm like, "Where should I be? How come you're not like?" Because everybody thought you should be loaded up on a plane and sit somewhere. I went, "Okay, where?"
They got to figure it out.
Where are we going?
Yeah.
And to do what? Against who? Exactly. So I mean,
it's not like the Russians sent a missile.
Exactly. There was a big knee-jerk reaction. Just load them up and just put them in the air. To do what? Again, to go where and to do what? So you're right. There's need time to figure out who, what, where, and when.
Even if it was like North Korea or something.
Or Pearl Harbor, still, it's got, okay.
You still got to figure out what's going on. You don't want to just rush into it.
It's not like, which is I think something that movies make people think that we're just going to know like that.
Yeah.
What happened and who did it. Like this last Red Dawn remake with, what's his name? Hemsworth.
I didn't enjoy the remake. I didn't like it.
North Korea. Good luck. All right, whatever, dude.
Well, and just, I don't know. It was nothing. The original was such a great movie.
Yes, Patrick Swayze, baby.
I've got an original
Wolverine.
I've got an original Red Dawn poster I need to put up in there.
Dude.
Like it's from, the 80s.
84. Yeah. I watched it 100 times, and these guys, because if you remember the old movie, that's just the way it would happen. These guys are at school, and these Russian paratroopers just start coming down right there in the schoolyard. And you got I can't say the word I'm thinking of. You got the jerk teacher that walks out there in his polyester suit. What's going on out here? And they mow him down with an AK. That's just what happened. But, hey, they're paratroopers coming out of the sky. They got guns. What are you doing walking up to these people? So
is it Chris Hemsworth?
Chris, yeah, that's the guy in the new one. Yeah. But I saw this one thing where they showed a scene that was cut out of the original Red Dawn. It showed a Russian BMP, which is like a armored personnel carrier, goes through a drive-through in McDonald's, and he goes, "I want Big Mac. I want value meal. I saw it on commercial. I know you have it. I need Big Mac." They cut it out.
I guess they thought it made the movie too silly.
It did. Too silly. You're not gonna like this. That one scene from Red Dawn. They show the guy laying next to his truck, with a 45 and with a bumper sticker. When they take it from a cold dead hands, and then the Russian takes it out and puts it in his belt. Where my gun? By God, where my guns at? I ain't gonna lie, that set me off. I'm like, but he took about 9 of them with him though.
Oh yeah,
he took 9 of them with him though. By God,
I'll tell you what, Red Dawn is definitely it's probably a recruitment tool.
Dude, heck yeah!
If we got into a war like soon after that, I'd be like, that was a government recruitment tool, but we didn't. But that's definitely the kind of movie you see that, and you're just like, all right, let's do this.
Hey, I joined the Army like a year after that movie, like a year after. So, I think that a lot of stuff they show in that movie would come true. A lot of people go out there on their own and engage them, the bad guys. Also, I think you see they mentioned collaborators too, and unfortunately, that's going to be true too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Unfortunately, I just want to play ball with whoever's in charge. I don't care. I just don't want no trouble. You're going to see a lot of that.
I think there's like an appeal with a movie like that is because these people, they have these lives and everything. And it's like we value all the normalcy in our life and the fun things we get to do, but I feel like under especially gun guys, but I think everyone has this thing that's just like underlying, like it's like you enjoy that stuff, but it also is kind of like constricting at the same time, and there's something a little freeing about this idea of being kind of like pulled away from it into some other situation, where these, they had to go live up in the mountains and and then cold and all this kind of stuff, but it was just kind of like, I don't know, there was something
you're free from all the restrictions of normal life.
Yeah, I'm sure you would hate it at the time, maybe, but there's still something there about like, all right, it's just me. I just survive. I've got my gun. We have a mission.
Problem though that they don't touch on is that the survival's great if you got the skills to survive and the equipment. Most people don't.
Right. Hopefully, it would be a scenario where you could get supplies,
like what they did. They stopped by the hardware store and started loading up on stuff before they took off up into the mountains.
Yeah, I think I could be fine as long as they had supplies, like good supplies.
Like water.
Yeah.
And simple stuff.
Right. Or at least water filtration, and I can.
A way to purify. Exactly. Stuff that people don't think about now because it's just right there. Turn on the tap. There it is. Come on.
Right. Like I couldn't go full caveman style. I understand the basics of making a fire, but it would take me a long time.
Well, then there's never going to be a Big John naked and afraid.
If there is, you want to see it.
I did just plug their show tonight.
I think we'd be afraid. Big John naked.
It would be pretty, Mike. It would be pretty.
That's it. I feel like that's a Rodney Dangerfield joke.
I like to think, I'll just drop me out in the woods. I'll be all right. No. For about a day or two.
Oh, yeah.
A day or two, yeah. But we talking long term, like they go, 21 days? No way, baby.
Oh, yeah.
The mosquitoes, I'm done. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
No way. I'd like to think I could do it, but not without training and a lot of knowledge. And I don't even know how they evaluate these people before they send them out there.
Oh, yeah.
I can't imagine. But these people are very knowledgeable and have a strong background. Your average person, no way.
Oh, yeah. Definitely not.
No way.
I think I think though, you get enough people together, like in, a community, that would make such a huge difference. Even
yes.
Even if you pick 10 people at random, and even none of them are like experts on how to like start a fire without any type of matches or frozen flame. Some people would know different bits and pieces of it.
People be able to figure it out together. Okay, and then in today's world with all these disposable big lighters, how can you not have a fire? When are you gonna be in a situation where you won't be able to start a fire?
Right, there'll be something.
Something, right? Yeah. There's a Rick store over there. There's bound to be a disposable lighter that they last a year, 2 years, what?
Yeah.
So it'd be tough. Yes, but you could do it. But just you and somebody else, but no way, baby. No.
Yeah.
Okay, first we need to find a clothing store. Is that a deer over there? Forget him. We're going to Walmart. I don't care.
Yeah, I like going to the grocery store.
That's right.
Buying chicken and steak.
That's right. Thank you. USDA approved, by God. Yeah. So no, I don't think. No, that Army Survival School taught me that no, I don't want to be out there having to survive. After I had to prepare that meal, they gave me a live chicken. I was like, oh my God, no. So no.
In theory, we don't want it. There's still something a little bit appealing about it too. At the same time.
There's something appealing about getting dropped off naked with a lady. Usually it's a man and a lady in that show.
Oh yeah, which I love that dynamic. Oh yeah, but they're not by themselves though. They have a film crew out there with them.
Right, yeah.
But the film crew doesn't even acknowledge them.
Yeah.
So
it's like that. Was it Sam Kinison that had that bit about like, they film these starving kids and want you to send them money? It's like the
film crew give a sandwich.
Yeah.
It's him, right?
Yeah, I think so.
But the film crew is out there. They don't even acknowledge them. They're just there, you know. And I'm like, you quit any time, which it would be for me like the second day. All right, I'm done. Yeah. Okay, dude. Sorry. No. Some of the places they stick them in South Africa, Namibia. There's a tiger like right over there.
Oh man,
dude, you're kidding me? No way.
Big cats are terrifying.
Yeah, cats. Period. Dude. I mean, these tabbies you got walking around here. That's great. No way.
Well, I just have one cat now.
Okay. What happened, dude?
The other one, we kicked him out.
You got rid of him? Oh.
Well, she's an outside cat.
So she decided she chose to live elsewhere.
Yeah. She overnight became an outside cat.
Well, she's just a terrible cat, basically.
Okay, not warm and cuddly, huh? Yeah.
I was scratching up the furniture and stuff.
Okay, all right. Sorry, dude. You wore out your welcome.
I don't know if you've seen that cat very much. It's the one that is like kind of multicolored, looks like Halloween.
Yeah,
that one's just outside now.
Okay.
The other one, the brown one, the long-haired one, he's still inside.
Okay, all right. So I thought you got rid of the outside cat, right?
No, he's just outside.
Oh, strictly outside only.
Yeah, outside only.
Yeah, you can skulk around the shrubbery. If we remember to cast some food out, we can find that. Okay, all right.
Yeah. Hey, how much? What kind of time are we working on here?
It's 7:30 p.m.
Do you remember what time we started?
I have no idea. I was thinking about that myself.
You could probably look at one of those cameras. Can you see that camera, the one that's pointing to Derrick? Bear with us, folks. We're new system here,
Right.
Looks like we're at an hour and a half right now.
Okay. Well, we can wrap it up.
All right, good.
But yeah, this is kind of. I like how. What do you think about this whole?
Dude, excellent. Excellent.
I hope you guys at home are enjoying the camera work. I kind of I found a happy spot, and I hope you like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Consider where you started. Remember you first started, dude.
Oh yeah.
Dude, you've come miles. Come on now.
Yeah. Thanks. Well, the other thing is I want to try to find a balance because one thing I initially when I set up the show I want it to be just like just hanging out, just having a conversation. It's not like you're in the studio and it's weird, But I thought it'd be kind of cool to have some neat backdrops.
Yeah.
But I hope that it still is kind of both, where it has like it's like cool background and it sort of looks kind of like a cool studio, but yet it still feels just natural. It doesn't seem rigid or anything.
I've seen the same setup on another show. I'm not going to give him a plug, but
okay.
I've seen about that.
Oh, sandbags?
No.
The View? Was it the Chew?
Maury, yeah.
Star Jones.
Dr. Phil.
That's right. Oh, Jerry Springer too. So I'm sorry, he's still on the air. I can't tell. That's how out of date I am.
Yeah, I think Jerry's on the air.
Jerry's still on the air. Man, that was the show back in the day, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, you got to do your
Especially
version.
if you work overnight.
You got to do your version of
What?
You got to see if you can do your Big John version of that.
Oh yeah, we should. Yeah.
We're have to do your. I'm afraid to get somebody else a plug here. MSK 3000.
What's that?
Mystery Science Theater.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we gotta do. I think you're getting close to that. I mean, I know you're trying to figure out how to do it, but
I'm very close to that setup now.
Dude, that's gold. Gold in the streets.
Well, see, we can play a YouTube video now.
Okay.
See, go to Hickok 45 channel and play some kind of video so they can hear.
Okay.
All right, we'll keep talking, guys.
Okay.
That's right.
But yeah, we can what's cool is so the setup now I don't have a screen where we can see it.
Yeah.
So we can only hear it. Patrick can see it. We can only hear it.
Okay.
But eventually I'm going to get I've got a monitor. I just got to figure out a way to have it set up to where we can all
no problem.
see, avoiding having two. Back
That's right.
I want to be able to have one.
One, the theater seating. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, dude. Like I said,
guys, here comes the video.
Okay. What video did you pick?
Hold on a second, John.
Okay.
It's your father shooting a high point C9 pistol. Let me.
Again.
There we go.
Okay.
That's the positive side of it.
Yeah, and then I do this thing and I make it full screen. It's very professional.
I'll load up some 124 grain here.
He's loading up some 124 grain. He's got a nice orange hat on. Orange earplugs. Seems pretty well put together.
So I could play. All right,
how it works.
but I could play a clip from a movie.
There you go.
And we could talk about it, or
there you go.
What I thought about to get around the copyright stuff is I could run a whole entire movie through that feed, and we can watch it and talk about it, and then I'll just edit it. The parts that I thought were interesting, whatever.
That way, you're not going to watch the whole thing, but which is what another show did. They didn't play the whole thing either. They did exactly what you're talking about.
Exactly. Well, we could do a mystery science theory type of thing for gun videos.
There you go.
Watch,
gun movies. Gun movies. What?
That's true. Yeah.
Scarface, which I've been waiting to get on that one for years.
Oh yeah. That would be fun.
But
yeah, I'm almost there. It's been a long process. All this.
So what, 4 or 5 years?
What the fuck? Not quite that long. But I'm finally I'm happy with this new setup. I like this. Let's figure out more about how to use it and everything. It's just it's nice having all this plugged in. And,
Go.
kind of getting the acoustic. I got the They Live thing set up. They probably can't see it. They live, we sleep. I took that. I made that not so front and center as I did the other. You get it. You've seen the movie.
That's right. Yeah.
Patrick, have you ever seen that movie? They Live.
No, you explained it to me once though.
That's right.
I'm just always afraid that someone's gonna, especially now, a
sandbags, an old infield rifle next to it.
Yeah, that's what I got to see. I got the Beatles thing up there. Kind of it's is this person crazy? Well, they
okay, all right.
Maybe
cool.
It has to do with that or something.
Or you could do the I don't want to say the Bin Laden thing. AK next to you, right next to Fender Strat on the other side of you.
Oh yeah.
He likes guns, but he also plays. Okay, all right, cool. All right, he's all right. He's all right.
I try to have a little balance. I guess I can see if I've got a Marshall amp over here. So it's not all war.
That's right.
I got the '80s TV.
Dude, you gotta do the mannequin. I thought the mannequin with the loophole fire.
What's Patrick doing? Oh, he's showing the Marshall amp.
Okay, all right, there you go.
JCM 800.
So hell yeah. So yeah. Hey.
Yeah. Well, thanks for doing this.
Anytime, man.
That's fun, man.
All right.
I want to start doing more of them, so we're gonna
Bring it on
to make that happen.
Bring it on.
All right, man. See you. Thanks, Patrick.
Well, this has been Gun Culture Radio. Thank you for tuning in again. And join us next time with John and Derrick. All right. Have fun with your banana hammocks.